Okay. I'm not sure if that's going to break this up to 2 videos, but I had to press pause there, and I think that it's, starting over from, as far as the length numbers that are depicting how long this video is. So, where was I? Okay, yeah. So because I got this, okay, before I got this guardianship letter about from the CPS about this court hearing, this guy that's on the other end of my handler or whatever, I hear him talking about, like, he's giving me accolades, like, Anthony's not that bad of a person. Actually, he doesn't even lie. I've been watching the guy, and, he doesn't steal or nothing. He doesn't break the law. And he give me some, like, obviously, finally, motherfucker, what the fuck, you know what I mean? But I've been coming at these fucktards, like, whenever they park behind me or I'll get out of my car and go, are you a fucking gang stalker following me? You don't fucking be a fucking Nazi bitch, you motherfucker. Stop following me, and I'll just tell them off, I know you're following me. Don't let me fucking catch you on my fucking shit again. I'll fuck you up type shit, you know what I mean? Or, like, they'll be parked on the other side of the freeway when I get off on the other side, just positioned there, like 2 o'clock in the morning or something, when I'm traveling or what, and I'll pull over. I mean, I'll just stop right in front of them, because they'll pull over on the shoulder right at the stop sign there when you get off the freeway, and I'll get out my fucking car, and I'll go, are you waiting for me? Are you waiting for me, motherfucker? And they'll just take off, you know what I mean? And, they'll try to, like, their big trucks or what, try to nudge me on the fucking, kind of sway towards my lane a little bit when I'm on the freeway, and I'll fucking get it within a hair's fucking inch of these motherfuckers, and I'll fucking put my finger out and go, fuck you, motherfucker, you know what I mean? Because I know who the fuck these are. These are communist, cocksucking traitor motherfuckers, and I'm a diehard fucking patriot, okay? Fucking not gonna intimidate me, you fucking fascist fucking creep. So, like, they already know, dude. Like, don't look at me, dude, if you're a gang stalker, because you're gonna have to swallow a finger, you know what I mean? And not many times I've given my finger out, dude, to people that I know gang stalk. Let me tell you a story. One time, I'm traveling south on Highway 1, you know what I mean? And I'm getting zapped from the back in my car, and I look back there, and I only see one fucking pair of headlights. I'm like, oh, this is my day, motherfucker. So then I pull over, because I'm going, like, 80 miles an hour on the 65 lane, you mean? And I pull over to the right, and I just take my foot off the gas, and I'm coasting, dude. And I'm just coasting, and this other car that was behind me in the fast lane is staying in the fast lane, but he's like, he put his foot off the gas too, or his press brake, and he's steadily staying the distance that he was. And I'm gone from like 80 to like now 60, now to like 50, and then almost down to 40, but it was like 42 or something, and then he just takes off, because like, I'm like, this motherfucker's staying behind me. So then I get behind this motherfucker, and I'm fucking on his ass going, I'm a fucking, you know what I mean? I'm following this bitch to wherever he's going, you know what I mean? And I'm gonna take that tool that he has and fucking, you know what I mean? So, like, he pulls over on the side of the freeway to the right, and then I pull over, and then he pulls back off on the freeway, and he does this little number a couple times, and then, like, he pulls off this one exit, Belvedere, and I pull off, and at the last second, he pulls back off. But, that exit I know very well. It goes to stop, and then it goes across, the interstate, over thing, and he goes back on the freeway. And I could have just went straight over and catched his ass, but obviously he didn't want none, And I'm just, letting him know that I'm ready, motherfucker, you know what I mean? You're gonna zap me on my back, bitch, while I'm driving. Anyways, shit like that I've done, like some guy cut me off one time in the freeway. He didn't have no reason to cut me off. There's no one in front of me, he didn't need to do that. He was just, so then I fucking pressed I'm driving a fucking, I had a Hemi, dude, Dodge, and fucking on his ass, and he's in a Camaro, and I'm fucking on his ass all the way till he gets off the exit, 129 or whatever, back over the freeway and into this little warehouse area in Watsonville, and I'm fucking hitting him. I'm right on his fucking ass, waiting for him to fucking stop, so he fucking does a U-E and parks in front of this little fucking place, and I fucking flip my shit and pull up right next to him and go, motherfucker, you following me, bitch? And he's like, no, I thought you were a cop. I'm gonna fuck you, motherfucker. Why'd you cut me off like that? Are you a gang stalker? He's like, no, what? I'm gonna fuck you, fucking liar. Don't be fucking following me, motherfucker. It'd be the last thing you do, bitch. And I took off, you know what I mean? I got your plate too, motherfucker. Know that. And so, I mean, and on more than occasion, like, I'll be in a store, they'll be like, I'm grocery shopping, and they'll be like, someone will be coming like with some like a steady walking, like when they hit the corner to where the aisle that I'm on, I'll just happen to notice how fast they seem to be approaching when they hit the corner, and then see me and then pretend to be like shopping or some shit. That's happened. I'm like, what you shopping for, bruh? You know what I mean? You fucking Nazi gang stalker. And I'll just look at them, and they won't say nothing, dude. They won't even look. Another thing about these cowards is every time I've ever thought to be in the presence or about to approach somebody that is a gang stalker, they won't even look at me until I'm right in front of their fucking face, dude. And anytime they catch, like, I'll catch them, they'll look away real fast, like down at the ground, because in their heart, in their soul, they know what they're doing is wrong. They cannot look at a person that they gang stalk unless they're that sadistic because they know what they're doing is wrong. In their heart, they know that what they're doing is wrong, and that simple fact will give them a surefire telltale. They'll look down at the ground so that they can't look at you in the eye. I've accosted these fuckers on numerous occasions, okay? Because I'm not afraid of not one of them. Collectively, not even. I've been preemptively planning an attack, whether it be through my death, God forbid, or in this life if they don't fucking let me go. To expose these fucking fascist, two-faced, fucking fake-ass police officers that live on my block and in my neighborhood that sadistically torture me via drone, via directed energy weapon, via voice-to-skull technology, via fucking just to be a menace to my world by just being in my presence all the time, revving their little fucking paid for with their soul bought vehicle. That's not gonna intimidate me. You fucking rev your engine. Big deal, motherfucker. Get out your whip and see what the fuck's up. You know what I mean? That's how I feel. I'm fucking Anthony. I'm a dozer, and I fucking hate posers. Straight the fuck up. So anyways, where I'm at right now, the reason I'm making this video is because my life's threatened right now, okay? Let me tell you what I did, okay? I recently asked for a Freedom of Information Act from the offices of the CIA, FBI, Homeland Security, the Department of Justice, and the ATF, okay? I've only gotten one response back saying that there's nothing in there from the ATF depicting anything that has to do with any of my inquiries. And what they were was anything of my name on it. It has to do with non-consensual, social engineering, behavior modification experiment that's currently happening right now in the United States and abroad, and or anything depicting with my name on it, sanctions or validations for violations of my civil liberties and violations to the Constitution of the United States of America by the infringements to my privacy and the violations to my civil liberties. There's grave breaches to the Geneva Conventions with the way they torture me and the weapons that they use methodically and without merit or just cause. Anything with my name on, giving them the authority to surveil my person in and out of my home 24 hours, 7 days a week, 365 days a year for the last 5 years. And I said that, the start date would be January 1st, 2016 to the present day of which I sent it out. Okay, well, I haven't got it. It takes a month, but I did ask that the CIA and the FBI expedite my request most immediately for reasons of national security, domestic terrorism, okay? And, so I don't know how long it's going to take them to get me the information that I need. But once I already know I'm innocent from any crime that would validate this kind of, torturing. From what I understand, the Geneva Convention that over 50 countries have agreed not to, in the beginning part of when it was established, not to develop these directed energy microwave weapons or not to experiment on people using them. But recently, a few years back, I think it's 2000, our government, the United States of America, petitioned the Geneva Convention to authorize them for the testing of these type of weapons on potential terrorists and dissidents of America, okay? It's supposed to be of non-lethal capacity, and after 5 years, you're supposed to be let go. And all people that are subjected to these type of tests are experimental fucking testing of these type of equipment would be entitled restitution, okay? So it clearly states that. I've been in it for longer than 6 years now. So basically, I'm coming at these motherfuckers like, check this out, man. I know you guys are fucking acting out of fucking your jurisdiction. You're acting under the color of law, like you're basically falsifying in false narratives to manipulate the surrounding neighbors that are basically naive. Okay, and you give them just cause to participate in your hate campaign against me. And because see, I talk to this guy now, but I talk to him. I don't let him talk to me, and he doesn't talk to me, and I won't. Pretty much, wouldn't like that. Okay, then right now it's just I hear him talking, and I'll intervene sometimes, or I'll just say some shit. You know what I mean? And because I know he's always listening, and then I'll hear it being like repeated, like press of someone calling on someone's phone, or he'll be talking to Anthony just did this, or Anthony just said this, or Anthony just did that. You know what I mean? Like nonstop all day, whatever I'm doing. When I'm writing fucking the governor, oh, Anthony's writing the governor right now. And then if I'm having trouble sending it, oh, Anthony's not, he hasn't sent it because there's too many letters, or you know what I mean? Because they only offer so many characters. All the time, dude. Okay, all day. I have to listen to my headphones, which I got in my ears right now, because I try to drown them out. I don't. There's nothing more I need to hear from these fascist traitors. You know, I got enough information to do what I need to do if need be. You know, and that's apparently where they put me, because they slow play me and they fucking act like they're gonna do me right, because you know, basically I'm giving them opportunity to save face and to save, you know, all the fucking attention that I'm going to bring to their world. You know what I mean? And so what do? Fucking play me close, okay? Make it seem like they're fucking contemplating doing right by me. And after the first months go by, the second months go by, we're in the 2.5 months right now where I've been patiently waiting for them to pull their head out of their ass and listen to the situation at hand. And let's just practice a little bit of diplomacy, okay? And I'm giving you the opportunity to just, you know, not have me fucking cause chaos in your fucked up situation by fucking, one, allowing me to get my restitution from you, and most immediately give me a new vehicle because you guys fucked my last one up, and step aside from letting me see my daughter. In fact, exactly what's going on is because I said that to them just the other night. I heard Anthony knows we're in the way of him seeing his daughter. Okay, that's just what I heard. Like, so I'll say some things out of instinct and my intuition, and then, like, you know, like last night I was calling the cops a bunch of fucking fascist, two-faced piece of shit, fake fucking cop badge wearing, fake representation of a fucking law official, when really they're just a fucking Marxist, fucking traitor, fucking tyrannical, fucking terrorist in America, you know, that are undermining this great Constitution, the fabric of this Constitution, what it was established upon. And they're too fucking stupid to know the real big picture is their names on the list too, just further down the list. This is a global mind control initiative. They are using the police department and whatever law office, the body they need, either through intimidation or bribery, to get the job done. And the job is global mind control. It's global genocide coupled with global mind control. Whoever's left alive, they're going to be able to control. The thing is, I tell them, I said, you know, your motherfucking people, your boss or your boss's boss, this is all about the blue bloods and the Homo sapien and the Homo sapiens. You know, there's a group of people, 15% of, you know, what they say is estimated to be the population of this earth, that have this particular blood type, which is Rho negative. And these 13 families have been ruling this world from the shadows, okay, since the beginning of recorded history, okay. The Queen Elizabeth, yes, she was one of them. You know, they got, you know, this O negative, Rho negative blood, okay. Well, let's just talk about the positive the blood people that have the Rh factor in their blood. That indicates a part of the rhesus monkey gene, okay, that allows scientists to understand that we have an animal here that we're associated to, therefore giving us a link to how we've come to develop on this earth, okay? These people with this Rho negative blood, when analyzed, they can't find any animal on the face of this earth, any links to any animal of this planet, okay? It just pops up out of nowhere all of a sudden, you know what I mean? In the particular, they call it super blood because this blood, this Rho negative blood, can literally be accepted by anybody that has any other kind of blood. But these particular people that have this blood can only accept blood from their type of blood, okay? These are the people that you've heard very little about. These are the global elites, the ones that own 90% of the money, okay? These 13 families managed to stay in power, in secret, and are pulling the strings on the rest of us, and allowing us to fight with whatever 10% of the money is available to the rest of us. This is true fact, not fiction, okay? Look it up. And so this plan to enslave every man, woman, and child was first thought of over 60 years ago. I mean, this is, you know, we got the scientists coming from you know, Nazi Germany that we gave amnesty to, for, you know, in turn, you know, the ability to be privy to whatever information or scientific fucking research they were doing for Nazi Germany, okay? Well, these fucktards, you know, they went right ahead and went ahead and established NASA real quick, okay? And that's a whole nother story. But these is what, and they've been plotting this fucking plan for 60 years plus. And the thing is like these cops that are too fucking stupid to read a history book to see that the minute you start, subjecting people to loss of their civil liberties and rights and security based on security, well, there's only a matter of time before that same person loses their security and liberties. Okay, and there's a constitution established in this great country that we're all supposed to live by, and especially the law officers that swore an oath to protect this land from foreign and domestic terrorists that are in fact the terrorists of this country that are the domestic terrorists, from what I've know and have experienced to come to conclude through my 6 years plus analyzing this program, trying to read as much as possible the fucking declassified fucking files I could find and anything else I could find on the internet about this. I'm more proficient in this program and the overall objective than most of these motherfuckers torturing me. And the thing is, I'm trying to tell them, hey man, I'm trying to, the truth of the matter is, whether you kill me or not, I still try to save your life because the shit I'm telling you is true. It's not my fault you're too fucking, ignorant to fucking think that I have anything to offer you. But the simple fact is it's true. And if you dare to find the truth and search for it, well, like it found me, it'll find you. Okay? And so, do what the fuck you're going to do, but just know this. I preemptively planned for this very moment to happen. Unfortunately, it's going the way I planned it. I was hoping that it wouldn't, but I'm prepared. And I've been prepared for some time now, ever since I left the woods. When I left into the woods to go on that camping gold prospecting trip, I already had shit set in place. I probably had like 50 gigabytes then of just data, that were compiled. My own videos I made, shit I wrote down, and I would have like one phone, like I'd press like Word app or something. This is a technique I use, guys. Check this one out. I would often use this one. I have multiple phones. Okay, usually one's activated or one's from an Obama or whatever, but usually one I'm paying service on, right? And maybe if there's another one, it's from Obama or what. And then I have these other ones that are just I lost and found later and got another one, so like there's sometimes in the last 5 years, there was times where I had like 4 different phones. But what I would do, because I know they're always watching, is I would open one up, open the Word app, you know what I mean? And then I would press microphone real quick as I'm setting it down, So it's recording the whole time and writing it down, you know what I mean? It's texting as I talk. And so later on, I grab that phone, and I already have the email opened up but just closed in one of the menus. Pop the email open, grab and paste. You know what I mean? Or it's already on the email thing. I've done some tricky stuff, dude, and I know I've got my stories in multiple places, and not to mention what I also did, which I suggest all y'all do. About a year and a half ago, not a year and a half ago, about almost 2 years into this thing, I decided to think of a way that I could further validate in the event of my unfortunate and untimely demise, which is have instructions set aside for people that would hear about my death or whatever, and have an envelope left by me in hopes that they would hear about it shortly after my death or whatever, and open this letter up that I say, hey, if something happens to me, open this letter up or whatever. And in that letter, and I handed it to 7 different people, okay, and it clearly it's just basically a message, that I've written down in case of my untimely demise. Please, just follow these simple, steps to, so that hopefully the people that killed me will have to answer for their crimes. And it said, and I have what I did is I had these little microchip SD cards, and I basically was just, I wrote one letter out to like all these offices, Department of Justice, the governor, the police department of chief, and the FBI, CIA, the Homeland Security, all these, to a couple of news non-mainstream ones, and letting them. And so basically, and also the phone numbers to all the other 6 people that are receiving the letter. So every letter has 6 numbers to call on it to let them know that, hey, I heard Anthony's dead now. It says here in this letter that he left me to call you and let you know that he's dead. And then that person's opened their letter, and they have to call 6 other people. So everyone's going to get a phone call like 6 times, if you know what I mean, because everyone's going to follow through with what, you know what I mean? And then also, they all got a chip in the little thing, and they just, print the documents up, put them in an envelope, dude. I didn't put no stamps in it, but hey, times are hard. And mail them off. That's all you got to do. And, just so preemptively, this is what I have. And I tell my whole story there written off and everything. And so I'm okay with that. I've been kind of running. That's the whole reason I've been running after them and confronting them and telling them they're fucking Nazi cocksuckers, because I'm not afraid of them. I'm okay with the fact that if they kill me, I've established enough evidence, compiled enough to warrant an investigation if need be. Especially when you're getting hit with 6-7 different letters the same week, because the minute one person reads it, they're going to go down the list, and at the bottom it says, okay, now just call these numbers up and make sure they open the envelope up. You know what I mean? That simple. So then I figured, 1 week, some week, whenever it is opened up, offices that I've already written letters to will all get 7 different letters from 7 different people saying, Anthony gave me this in the case of its untimely demise, an envelope to open. I opened it up, and this is what it said to do, and this is why I'm mailing you this letter that he had already prepared. And so they're going to get 7 different letters from 7 different people saying the same fucking shit. Okay, so that's what I did on that thing, and that was years ago. Okay, and I don't even think about those people no more. Okay, so a lot's happened since then, I keep trying to come home. They keep zapping the shit out of me, making it really uncomfortable here. That's why I left, not July, but a year and a half ago in July, and come back. And the lady, when I called her up on the phone, Irene Salas, she said, "Are you home?" I said, "No." And she starts, "Oh my God, Anthony, you got to go home." I'm like, "What's up, girl? Talk to me. What happened?" She said she was she said she had a stroke, and then a couple weeks later she had another one. And that's when I asked her, "Do you think it was because I handed out the cease and desist declaration?" She said, "I think so." "Anthony, do you still want to help me sell my house and fix it so I can sell it?" I said, "Sure." She's like, "Will you please go home?" I said, "I'm still working on my truck over here. Yeah, I'm almost done though, but I keep fucking up this one part. Timing chain on the zero tolerance engine isn't, without the proper little fucking, jig or what. It's, anyways, I'm not a mechanic. I'm technically inclined, and this is the first time I ever tried to take apart a whole engine, the top part, and put it back together. I didn't know how difficult the timing was going to be. I just kept doing it a little wrong. You know what I mean? Anyways, so I towed my car home, and I've been home since last November. Okay, and the house has been sold now at 1873 Delancey Drive, and it's in the process at the title company. You know what I mean? So basically, what has happened and what has transpired since then is right before I got the letter from the CPS, I start hearing this guy give me accolades like, "Yeah, it wasn't that bad," and then all of a sudden, I get this message, this letter from the CPS, and basically I did the court hearing, and I heard this man say that because I already heard him say how I got it wrong, how my involvement with his organization was through a petition for my murder from the mother, the grandmother of my daughter's mom. The mother of my daughter's mom, her grandmother, my daughter's grandmother, Susie Jones, okay, lives in Boulder Creek, California. And I heard him say that, I told her I wasn't going to kill him, but I'd make his life miserable. Well, I guess somehow he got privy to Candace, and he asked Candace and asked me, "Hey, and got my name." Well, he likes to play like he didn't know, I was not a bad person or nothing, but he knew for a long time I wasn't. Okay, he just kept trying to find reasons to hate me. I smoke weed. Every once in a while I do a little speed. Not very much. I'm never had a really problem with it. But ever since these fucktards got in my world, they start zapping me in the middle of fucking night, dude. And it's like I'm conflicted because I'm tired and I'm exhausted. I want to sleep, but then I'm forced to the fucking reality that these motherfuckers are putting microscopic holes repetitively, consistently, nonstop. If I sit here and fall asleep, I'm going to hurt in the morning like I have in the past. So I'll keep some around, I'll take a couple hits and I'll get on my way, get in my car, and then make them work for their fucking torture. You know what I mean? And I think of it what you want. I don't care. At least I ain't no Nazi cocksucking traitor. That's how I look at it too, right? Don't judge me, motherfuckers, what I think about them, when they're the ones fucking compelling me to even want to do it when I want to sleep. You know what I mean? But it's the lesser of all evil. Am I going to let them fucking torture me, put microscopic holes through my DNA, or I'm going to do a little bit of drugs that I'd rather not do right now, but for self-preservation reasons, and you know, to keep my physical being in the condition that it is at the present moment in time, that I'm conflicted with those thoughts, you know, I decided to get the fuck up and move. You know what I mean? And so, anyways, that's when I heard him say, "Oh yeah, I already talked to his daughter and told her not to tell her father my name." So then I wrote the CPS lady up, and I said I sent her videos that would further validate what it is to be a targeted individual. And I explained to her, I know this is going to sound ludicrous and everything, but please watch these videos. I've attached, you know, links to this, you know, email, and just ask my daughter if there's any person. And I thought that he was a counselor, because in the beginning part of the whole thing, he said something like, you know, I was her counselor or something, right? So I told the CPS lady, someone had approached my daughter in the last less than 2 weeks, less than actually 10 days ago, and it specifically told her not to speak of his name to me, or, you know. And I said, can you just please, because yeah, she hasn't called me. She's going through a lot right now. She's going to therapy and stuff. But I thought it was a little weird, because my daughter loves me, and I know she does, because, you know, we just had an amazing time. And so, and I still haven't talked to her. And I just found out the other night that Anthony knows that we're the ones in the way from seeing his daughter, because I said, I know you fucktards are the ones that are inhibiting me from seeing my daughter, you fucking piece of shit. And then, like, later on, or it was the next morning, he said, yeah, Anthony knows that that we're the reason that he hasn't been able to see his daughter. Okay, so I say things out of my own intuition, and my, you know, the universe speaks to me, or my perceiving, or my, you know, instincts or intuition, right? And so, and I'll say it, and then, like, last night I was cussing these cops out, right?